Hello students, in previous class discussed about the meter bridge and its applications and even distance bridge and its application. Let me discuss about the potentiometer. Potentiometer. What is potentiometer? Potentiometer is a versatile instrument which is used to measure a sensitive instruments like to measure the potential differences, or it is used to measure the current flowing, or it is used to measure even internal resistance of the cell. We can measure, even we can compare the resistances, or we can compare the EMF of the cells given, or even we can measure the potential difference across between any 2 points. Now, what is a device? Potentiometer is a device which is based on the potential gradient. Potential gradient means, again we have a between two points a wire is taken and which is fixed in different parts, vertical wires. Now this is here it is joined here by metal strips, and here also we have metal strip like this, and here also we have metal strip like this. Now more is this is wire. This is what wire. 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter, 4 meter. Now more is the length of the potentiometer wire. More is the sensitivity. So that what do you mean? A and C are the terminals of this potentiometer. A and C are the terminals of the potentiometer. Let us take now what is the advantage of this potentiometer? Advantage of potentiometer, it does not draw any current. It does not draw any current or voltage. It does not draw any current from a source. To be measured. It does not draw any current from a source to be applied. So from where we are connecting, does not draw any current. So there is no potential drop within this one. Does not take any current for its operation. Source being measured. So what happened? Like same as AC. In the main bridge we have a straight wire, but we have taken more length of wire. But here we have like a thick metallic strips. Even in main bridge also we have some thick metallic strips. Why do we use these thick metallic strips? Because to reduce the resistance of the wire, resistance of the network, we use the thick metallic strips, the copper strips are used. So here we have in between this whatever we connect, like this is what between B and C we connect a battery, and through this battery we connect a rheostat or resistance, and through a tap K1, and we take this K1 to this AC. Now, and other end of this one from here is what we call the primary circuit, where we connect that cell. That circuit is called primary circuit. Now, other end of this one we connect. So let me draw the equivalent so that you can understand easily. It's not this. Let me draw here separately. So AC I take as a single AC potentiometer. Now for this we will connect a cell through this tap key K1 EMF of cell is E. Now this is called primary circuit. In a secondary circuit we will connect two cells, like to compare the EMF of cells, whatever the cells we have. Two cells are and here we have 1, 2, 3, 3 terminals will be there, which is called two-way key, 3. And now this other end is connected to the galvanometer, and galvanometer are connected to the jockey. Galvanometer are connected to the jockey. What jockey? So that here what is the advantage? It does not make any current from this source voltage source being to be connected. Then how to measure, what is the advantage of this one? What do you mean by what is the principle of this potentiometer? Principle of the potentiometer. As for this potentiometer, the potential drop across any portion of the wire. Whenever this more is the length of the wire, more is the potential drop. Now balancing length means what? The length of the wire at which the magnet does not show any deflection. Then we can say balancing length. So what is this potential principle is nothing but the potential drop across any portion of the wire is directly proportional to the length of that portion. Means more is the length, more is the potential drop, and less is the length, balance length, less is the potential drop. Is it okay? Therefore, potential drop across any portion of the wire. Potential drop across any portion of the wire is directly proportional to the length of that portion. Length of that portion. So with pi, which is called potential gradient. This is also called potential gradient. Potential gradient is a vector. Now potential drop per unit. Now by using this, what are the advantages? What is the use of this potentiometer? We can compare the EMF of the cells, or you can determine the internal resistance of the cell, or you can find the potential difference across any points. Let us see comparison of the EMF of cells. Comparison of EMF of cells. Comparison of EMF of cells. So same circuit. Let us take a potentiometer wire of AC. Actually, this is the arrangement of the potentiometer, but we have taken as a single wire. More is the length, more is the sensitivity of the potentiometer. Now, in across A and C, we connect it with a battery and Schottky. Whereas other end of this one, it is connected like a two-way cable. So cells of E1 and E2, which are having to what cells we have to compare the EMFs. Those are connected like this through a two-way key. One, two. Now, how do you compare the EMF of the cells? First, what we do? This K1 is closed. Then we connect the terminals 1 and 3 are closed. Is it okay? When 1, 3 are closed, 1 and 3 are closed, two-way. Then in that case, what happens? E1 is in complete circuit, E1 is in a closed circuit. Is it okay? T1 is always closed, K1 is closed. In that case, when 1, 3 is closed, then E1 is a EMF of the cells. So then what will happen? Through current flows through this E1, and then we measure the balancing. How do we measure the balancing? Means this jockey is first where we connect the positive terminal. Just we put at this A, and thereafter we have to keep that jockey at C. Then it has to show the opposite deflection. Then the circuit is whatever we have given circuit connection, that those are correct. So when it is kept at A, it should show in this direction. When you kept at C, then the deflection should be in opposite direction. Okay. Now then from A, slowly we move the position of the jockey. So when we are moving this jockey position from A, slightly this galvanometer deflection becomes 0 at particular length of this portion of the wire. Balanced length galvanometer shows 0 deflection, and that length we call say 1. So in that case, what we know, E1 is proportional to L1 because E1 is equal to what? Potential difference, potential gradient to length of that portion. Potential drop per unit length into for L1 length means what? Pi into L1. Then E1 is equal to what you get? E1 is equal to pi L1. Similarly, when 1 and 3 are disconnected, if you connect to the 2, 3 closed in between, that like key is placed between 2 and 3. So what will happen in that case? E2 is in a circuit. current flows through this U2. When you close this one, so if there is no current flow through this one, then current flows through this one. Again we measure the balancing length for E2. Therefore, E2 is equal to pi L2. What first equation and second. Potential gradient is remain same for that instrument. So what you can take E1 by E2 is equal to what? L1 by E1 will be equal to what? L1 by L2. So this is what comparison of E1. In general, if you know one value as known value and one more cell which is unknown, that can be compared. E1 by E2 is equal to what? L1 by L2. This is what how to compare the L1 and L2 values known. E1, E2 can be compared. Next, to determine the internal resistance of a cell. Internal resistance of a cell. So how do we determine the internal resistance of a cell? Again, let me draw the circuit diagram. We have a potentiometer wire. A and C is a potentiometer. For this one, this is connected to a cell, and other end is given to the tap key K1 through a rheostat. Now, for this one, the cell width for which we have to find EMF, that cell is taken, and from here we take the resistance bar variable. And again here we have a K2, one more key will take plug key. Now other end of this one is connected to the galvanometer, and through this galvanometer we connect jockey. Through this galvanometer we connect jockey. So this is what the circuit diagram for this internal to find the determine the international surface E and internal resistance are. So how do we find? First, K2 is open and K1 is closed. When K2 is open, K1 is closed. So what will happen? K1 closed means current flows in a circuit, but when K2 is open, the current flows through only cell. In that case, we measure the balancing length L1. When K1 closed, then balancing length is measured. Balancing length is measured, which is L1. Balancing length is measured, which is L1. L1 is measured. So what we can write? E is directly proportional to L1. Similarly, now K1 and K2, both the keys are closed. K1 and K2, both the keys are closed. This one is closed and even K2 is also closed. So what you can understand here, when this K2 is also closed, so what will be happen? Through this cell, some potential is dropped. That means the cell is in a closed circuit, cell is being used. Therefore what will happen? There is some potential difference or terminal voltage will be takes place. In that case, the terminal voltage corresponding to this, the balance length, again we measure the balance length, let us take it is L. So that what we can write, E by V is equal to what? L1 by L. But remember, here we have taken particular resistance for particular resistance. Again we will take here. Therefore, in that case, the potential drop is nothing but what? Terminal voltage is nothing but V. But remember, what is current flowing through this cell? I into R plus R. Whereas, when potential is dropped, then what is V is equal to L1 by L. I and I cancel. Now, R by R plus R by R is equal to what? L1 by L2. L1 by L2. Okay, then 1 minus R by R is equal to what? L1 by L2. So that R by R is equal to L1 minus L1 by L2, small r by capital R. Therefore, R is equal to R into 1 minus L1 by L2. 1 minus L1 by L2. This is what the internal resistance of a cell which is connected in circuit. Cat bar is the external resistance value. L1 is first balance length when K2 is open. L2 is balance length when K2 is also closed. So that you can find the internal resistance of cell using this potentiometer. And even we can find the potential difference across any points. How do we get potential difference across any points? We know V is equal to I into, okay, V is equal to pi into L, balancing length. Now V is equal to what you know? I into R is equal to pi into L. V is equal to pi into L. Then pi is nothing but what? V by L dash. So that from that one you can calculate the potential of EMF of the cells, and even we can compare that and we can determine the internal resistance of the cell also using this potential. Is it? So same as resistance bridge, meter bridge, and potential. Meter bridge is resistance bridge is given for A, but mostly meter bridge and potentiometer is giving more importance in the purpose of the practical examination. But even the objective oriented also most important. So given here in a potentiometer arrangement, a cell of EMF 1.5 volt gives a balancing point at 35 centimeter length of the one. So balancing length is what? L1 is equal to 35 centimeter of EMF of cell is what? 1.25 volt. Now, if the cell is replaced by another cell and balancing point shifts to 63 centimeter. So L2 is equal to 63 centimeter. Now E2 is equal to what? We need to calculate the EMF of the second cell. Is it? Now what we know? E1, E2 by E1 is equal to what? L2 by L1. Balance length. EMF is exactly proportional to balance length. Then E2 is equal to L2 by L1. 63 by 35 into E1, that is equal to 63 by 35 into E1 is what? 1.25. So let us take this is 7 5 35 and 12 5 60.6, 12.6. So 12.6 by 7 into 1.25. Again, here how many times we get here? 1.8. 175 will be 8 7 56. Then 1.8 into 1.25. 1.25 is nothing but what? 2 by 2.25. 1.25 is okay. Here 18 let me take it as a 118 by 10, which is 9 by 18 by 10, 9 by 5 into 1.5. For simple calculation, just that's all. Then how many times 5 here? 2 5s, 0.2, 2 5s, 10, 5, 0.25. Now 9 into 0.25, what is that? 8 into 0.1.5, then 1.75 volt. 1.75 volt is that? 1.75, or what is that calculation? 8, 9 means 9 into 25, sorry, 2.25. 2.25, because 8 to 0.25 means 2 and 1 remaining, then 2.25 volt is the EMF of cell. Similarly, calculation. We need to here given determine the internal resistance of a cell for which the balancing point of a cell in open circuit is 76.3 cm. So that means when open circuit means this is what balancing. But when a resistor of 9.4 used, then it is 64.8 cm. Now 9.5 ohm is connected. Then balance length is what 64.8 centimeter, and we need to find the internal distance. Let us write given information. What is given information here? Cell of EMF open circuit. So balance length L1 is equal to 76.3 centimeter. Balance length is what? 76.3 centimeter. And when 9.5 ohm, which is capital R external resistance, 9.5 ohm is connected, then the balance length is what? L2 is equal to 64.8 centimeter. So this is what here, R is equal to 9.5 ohm. What is the internal resistance of a cell? Tell the formula for internal resistance. R is equal to capital R into E by B minus 1, or even you can write R is equal to L1 by L2 minus 1. Now you substitute those values, that implies R is equal to 9.5 into L1 by L2, 76.3 by 64.8 minus 1. Is it? To get this, do calculation then 9.5 into 76.3 minus 64.8. 763, 64.8. L5, so 5, 1.5. Is it? And this one, 11.5. So 11.5 by 64.8. Let me take rough calculation. Around, let me take here, it is 11 and 66. So that around it is what? 6. And this is what? 1.35. So 5. 1.5 ohm. Approximately it is around what? 1.5 ohm. But exact value is 1.25. Sorry. Here we made 1.7 ohm approximate. So we have done approximation, then when you calculate correctly, you get 1.7 ohm. So this is what the potentiometer, and we have seen about the Wheaton's bridge network. So in next class we will discuss some problems which are based on this current density. Thank you.